Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in. Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's work on my faith-focused spread for the month of August. So this month I thought I'd do a theme of Jesus being the bread of life. And so I have some scriptures that I want to put, I think at least 2 of them in the sidebar and then some of them throughout. And then, I may not use all of them because some of them are large, but I trying to use up some of the rest of my colorful boxes from Happy Planner. And so these were actual schedule stickers. And this is what they originally look like. It says what, where, and when. And so I just took some sticker paper, cut them into little squares and put them on top. You can still see a shadow of some of the boxes, the lines of the boxes underneath. But when I write it, I think it'll be fine. And also this is a way for me to be able to use them. So that's why I did that. So I did some neutral colors to go with the bread theme. So I have that. So let's see. Trying to think how I want to do this. Okay, so the first starts on Friday. Okay, so I have all of this space to work with. So I can definitely use this maybe for a longer quote here. But let's start in a sidebar, and hopefully I can fit some of these stickers. I might have made them a little large, which is kind of my MO. But hopefully we can work with it. And since this isn't a date here, as long as I don't cover up Sunday, I can get close. So I think if I come like this, and I can still see that it's Sunday, I can keep most of it. Yeah, that works. Okay. So just cut off this part here. And that way I can keep the bulk of that. Oh, that looks really cool. Okay. Actually, I'm glad I made that size. I almost made this a little smaller, but I wanted to have some larger stickers here. Okay, so now this one, I think I'm going to put maybe toward the bottom. Let's see. Trim off some of this offset. And on this side. And hopefully that'll fit a little bit better. And maybe put this one maybe 2/3 of the way down. Like that. And let's see, did it go over? Just a hair. But it should be just the offset. Yes. Okay. All right, so that works. And let's see. This scripture I think I'll put here. Hopefully if it'll fit. Again, if I trim off some of the offset on the bottom and the top, I think it will. Let's see how that works. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So I'm going to pull this all the way over and try to get it in the middle as best I can. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. That worked beautifully, cutting that off. And this one is pretty big, but let's see. I have this one here. I really want to put it here, but I kind of want to cover this up. And since the 24th and the 31st are a shared day, well, actually, maybe I'll put some bread there. Okay, maybe I'll save that. Okay, so maybe I will put this over here. And again, this is larger, but I have the space, so I think I can get away with it. So maybe right about here. And I'm going to white out the numbers for the 15th, 16th, 22nd, and 23rd. I think it's going to take up all of it. Yeah, or most of it. I trim off some of the offset on the left just so it doesn't go over into the previous day. That right there. So this says, "Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good." That's Psalms 34:8. This one is, "They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts." Acts 2:46-47. "I am the bread of life." John 6:35. And then, "Give us this day our daily bread." Matthew 6:11. So those are the 4 scriptures that I'm using. So actually that's pretty well balanced and that looks really good. So now let's distribute some of the boxes and bread. So I only have 2 days the first week. So I think I'm gonna leave those 2 there and maybe add a piece of bread, some bread here, and maybe have a bunch of bread coming up at the top as well, which is why I made lots and lots of bread. So in various types. So we can have tons to play with. Let's see. Actually, I need something big here to cover that up. Let's see. Maybe this. I'm gonna bring it down and just up to the 25th, but not going into it. And then cut off the bottom offset that went over. Yeah, that looks good. That fills in that area there. Let's see. Trying to see if I have something called small to cover that up, that text up there. Oh, let's use a baguette. I think that'll work. And that way I can still technically use the box and just bring it down. Again, just so it covers up some of that text. That way when I'm writing my takeaways from my devotional, it's not distracting me. Okay, that works good. Okay. I like that. I might come back and add maybe some smaller pieces here, but for now that looks pretty good. All right. So maybe I'll put, let's see, this directly underneath the number, like that. Let's see. I decide, do I want to put another box here or? Actually, it will fit. Okay. I didn't think it would fit, but it does. Okay. So I'm gonna do, like I said, have those two there since it's only 2 days that week. And then maybe bring in some bread items here. This little piece tore off, so I'm gonna try to put it back if I can. Line it up right there. Let me get my light green mount liner to see if I can kind of blend out this edge a little bit so it's not quite as noticeable. Let's see, let me get this other green one. I'm trying to use the angled edge here. Again, just kind of blend it out a little bit. And this actually is gray, but just kind of add some shadow. Okay, so that blends that back out. Then cut the top part of this. Ooh, okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so that looks good. So maybe I'll work on the top part first. That's probably gonna take the longest, just to try to add some of the smaller pieces here. Let's see. I have this giant piece. I think I might put that here since I have 4 days, if it'll fit. And since it's oriented this way, it needs to be on this side of the page. Let's see. Be right there. And that way it kind of balances this out. Have a larger element on this side. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Okay, so now let's maybe put boxes here so I know not to add anything else over there. Okay, so we got those two down there. And let's put one over here. And let's see, I don't know if I can fit one there, but I guess I could, but I think I'm gonna leave that for now. I might come back and add a box there if I feel like I need it. For now, I think I might leave that alone. Let's see. So bread here, and then at least a couple of boxes on this side. So maybe I'll do 2 boxes here. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to cover up this 10. I can't quite fit this, so I'm gonna cover it up. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. It doesn't look weird, which means I gotta do the same thing for 4. So I'll put something here, keep 12, and at least 13. So I want to have at least 2 boxes every week. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to cover up 12. So let's see. Cut this straight on that side, and cut this straight on the bottom. So I can line it up with the bottom of this box. Like that. Okay, that looks good. Okay. So maybe 1 or 2 boxes over here. I might do 2 here and then decoration there. That might be what I do. Let's see. And just see 14, so if I have to use that one, I can. I can't see 13. Okay. Or what if I did it to the side? Is that gonna look weird if I do it to the side? Let me see. I'm gonna see if it will look weird if I bring it to the side instead of down like the other ones. That might look weird. If I did this, is that gonna look weird? And that goes into that box. Ugh, okay. Can't do that because then it covers up 7. So it has to be like this. Trying to make sure I have enough for the following week. That's the problem. Okay, I got 12 over here. So maybe I'll only do 1. Since I have these 2. That way I'll cover up 13. But I still have room for the following week. Yeah, I think I have to do that because I make sure I have room for 12. And I think I'll do 12 and 14. So, let's see. Then I can do 19 because I can bring that one down. I don't have to worry about this space. I have 3 here. And then maybe do these 2. Or let's see if I can do 18. What would that look like? See, are these? No, these are different. Okay. That's covering up 25. Okay, so maybe 19 and... Ooh, I can do the 21st and still mostly see it. I do it like that. I bring it over. Wait, let me get another color box. That's the same color as that. Let's see. Let's get this medium tone. What should I do? This one. Trying to bring it down far enough so it doesn't cover up 21, but not so far where it covers up 28. There we go. Okay. So slightly to the side for the 21st. And that gives me 2 boxes that week, 3 the following week. Got 2 the first week, 3 the second week. And then I got the 12th and the 14th. But I got to put boxes there. Okay. Let's see. Same thing here. Maybe bring it down ever so slightly. Then 12th, bring it down, but to the side. Like this one. Just so I know not to put decoration there. Okay. So 2, 3, 2, 2, and 3. Okay, so that works out. Okay, I have at least 2 boxes each week. So that's good. Some weeks I have 3. If I feel like I have space, I might be able to add 1 or 2 more boxes, but the rest I think we'll just fill in with loads and loads of bread. Let's see. I think I'll put this one over here. Oh, that cut. This one cut weird, but I think I can put it back together. As long as the rest of it is in one piece. I'm going to cover up this 9. So I'm going to put that down first. And then, oops, join this. Is that right? Try to line this up. Right. There. Okay, add that back in. Let's see, I might can do 7 too, because if I have the space. Let's see. Maybe this one. Let's see. We'll look if I added a box to 7. If I did the same thing, like pull it down, but to the side, like 6. Or maybe I'll just bring it up. And then put this in between the 2. That way I still keep most of the box. Okay, I think that works. I think that's good. And now I have 4 boxes that week. Okay, so let's fill in this big area here. Something long. Let's see if this fits. Oh, I think that'll work, and it can go. See, I might can even add 1 more box here. Trying to add as much as I can. I was going to cover up part of 25. That's what it was. Let's see, what if I did the 17th? This can cover up the 18th, but not the 19th. So I'm going to angle it like that. And I think I'm going to cut this so it doesn't go past this box. There we go. That way it's not taking up my writing room. And I still got the decoration there. And it's not covering up the 19th. So that's perfect. So I might find something small to fit there. Let's see. Or maybe I should fill the top up first. I think that's what I'll do. Let me fill the top up. Let's see. Fit this big piece here, I think. That'll fit perfectly here. Okay, I love that. So maybe just something small here and at least one thing right there. Let's see. Trying to get something that looks different than that. I've got a similar one to this one. Might use that. Let's see. I want to cut the hole, so maybe like trying to see how can I do this without covering up Tuesday. Or maybe I'll do the same thing I did down here. Just trim it. Okay, I'm going to use the top line here as a guide. Get as close as I can and just apply a light pressure. This does not want to peel up, but I'm doing my best to try. There we go. Okay, that works. Okay, now I definitely need something here to fill in because I have this long gap here. So, or at least something here in the middle. See, maybe combine it with some wheat bread. And let's see, something here. Oh, that's cut weird. Okay. I don't know if I want to use that one. I might have to piece that together. So let me try, let's see, maybe this one. With that, trying to angle it so it doesn't cover up the 21st. So I think I'm going to cut off part of the right just so I can line it up. And I might have to punch that hole. Yeah. Actually, that's a really small amount. so small. I don't know if it's a punch. Let me get my really tiny scissors. And I'm just gonna cut the part that went inside my hand because it's really small. Okay, so that's a little tiny piece that went over. And these are my We Are Memory Keeper scissors. Okay. Okay, so far, so good. It's coming along. Maybe a little bit of something here. And I might even add something up there. Like maybe this grocery bag with bread. It won't be able to fit all of it, but some of it. Cut off some of this offset. Yeah, maybe this is gonna look weird. If I can't see the top. I don't know if I like that. Unless I cut off part of the bottom, but I don't really want to do that. If I put this here. I might do that. And maybe the staccatos. Should I put this in between the letters of Sunday without going past August? Okay, I think that might work. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that works, and that fills in that area there. So I think the top might be done. Maybe something here and here. Again, something small. Let's see, maybe this croissant. Try not to go past this so I don't have to cut anything. Okay, possibly. I didn't push it all the way down just in case I don't like it. Let's see. Maybe this one. I might cut some of this off. Or just maybe have some of it peeking through. Okay, I think that works. I'm gonna go ahead and push that down. Okay. Still feel like I need a little bit of something here, even if it's small. I think I might put this here and cut off part of the bottom of the plate. In between these two, and maybe this side as well. Okay, that looks good. I like that. And maybe one more loaf peeking up here. Between the 27th and 28th. I don't like how this one is going over that one. Oh, this is trying to stick. Don't stick. There we go. Woo. Okay, let me see if I can find something with a lower profile. Let's see. I don't want to use another basket because I have these two. And this table might be too big. Okay, what about some sliced bread? This is kind of small. Yeah, I think that might fit. Yeah, that fits. Okay, that looks good. All right, so we used up almost everything on every sheet. I just have a few left on each sheet. Now let's go back through and see if we need to fill in any other areas. Let's see. I do this here, just kind of fill in that little gap there, and then just punch the holes. Yeah, I like that. Just fills in that space a little bit better. Okay. Let's see. Trying to decide if I want to add anything else over here. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that fills in that area. Okay, I think the top is done. I think the sidebar is done. And it's looking pretty good. I think we might be finished. All right, so I have maybe 4 or 5 boxes left, I think. I did 2 full sheets just to make sure I had plenty, which I think was, let's see, 20 boxes. So I ended up using what, like 16 or 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I got 6 left. Okay, so I used quite a bit. Not too bad. So I used 14 boxes. So, I mean, that's not too shabby. And we used most of these. I only have, again, a couple of stickers left on each sheet. So I'm glad I created some larger ones, smaller ones, and medium-sized ones. I think that worked really well. All right, this is what my faith-focused spread is looking like for the month of August. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!
That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired, and thank you for watching.